In this video, we discuss motion in a plane and the topic projectile motion. One of the very important topic for examination point of view. So firstly, we will try to understand what is projectile motion and the definition of projectile motion. So any body which once thrown into a space, any body which once thrown into a space with some initial velocity, any body which once thrown into a space with some initial velocity moves under the effect of gravity, moves thereafter under the effect of gravity. Is called projectile motion. Is called projectile motion. So any body which was thrown into a space with some initial body, then after throwing, thereafter under the effect of gravity moves thereafter, initial velocity moves thereafter under the effect of gravity. When a body is thrown in a space with some initial velocity, then body moves under the effect of gravity, because acceleration due to gravity acting on the body continuously, and such type of motion is called projectile motion. And the body which is thrown, the object which is thrown is called projectile. The body or the object which is thrown is called projectile, and the motion of the object in the effect of gravity in a space, the motion of the object under the effect of gravity in the space is called projectile motion, and the body or the particle is called projectile, and the path traced by the projectile in the space is known as trajectory. The path followed by the projectile or traced by the projectile, the path traced by the projectile, the path traced by the projectile in the space, is called trajectory. Is called trajectory. So three things we have. There are three things. One is projectile, another is projectile motion, and then trajectory. So what is projectile? Projectile is a body. And what is projectile motion? So any body which is thrown with some initial velocity in a space which moves under the effect of gravity, and such type of motions are called projectile motion. And the third, what is trajectory? The path traced, the path followed, the type of path followed by the projectile in a space is known as or is called trajectory. So the examples of projectile motion. An object dropped from an aeroplane. an object dropped from an aeroplane. If an object is dropped from the aeroplane, then the motion followed by the object and the motion of the object is called the motion of the body followed is called projectile motion. Next, a bullet fired from a rifle. A bullet fired from a rifle. And the motion is called projectile motion. The motion of bullet when it is fired from a rifle is called projectile motion, and the motion of the object which is dropped from an aeroplane is called projectile motion. A stone thrown horizontally. A stone thrown horizontally. A stone thrown horizontally. From the top of a roof. When we throw a stone horizontally from the top of a roof, then the motion by the stone is called projectile motion. So, what is projectile? Projectile is a body which is thrown in a space, and the motion followed by the projectile, the motion followed by the body under the effect of gravity in a space is called projectile motion, and the path traced by the projectile is called trajectory. And the examples of projectile motions are object dropped from an aeroplane, bullet fired from a rifle, and a stone thrown horizontally from the top of a roof. Then we discuss principle of physical independence. Principle of physical independence of motion. So what is meant by and what is about the principle of physical independence of motion? So, in the absence of air resistance, we know that in space always air resistance acts on the body, but there is assumption that in the absence of air resistance, the motion of a projectile we assume that no air resistance acting on the body. So, in the absence of air resistance, the motion of a projectile is considered to be as two independent motions. In the absence of air resistance, the motion of a projectile is considered as two independent motions. First, motion along horizontal direction. First is motion along horizontal direction. Motion along horizontal direction with uniform velocity. With uniform velocity or constant velocity. So two types of motions are considered. In the absence of air resistance, we have assumed that no air resistance acting on the body. So in the absence of air resistance, the motion of a projectile is considered, or it constitutes two independent motion. The first motion is along the horizontal direction and its velocity is uniform. In horizontal direction with uniform velocity. Motion along the horizontal direction with uniform velocity and motion along vertical direction. Second is motion along vertical direction. Motion along vertical direction under the effect of gravity. Under the effect of gravity. Under the effect of gravity. So the second type of motion is motion along vertical direction under the effect of gravity with uniform acceleration. With uniform acceleration. With uniform acceleration. Means in vertical motion, in the direction of vertically, in vertical direction, the motion will be under the effect of gravity. Two things. In vertical direction, the motion is under the effect of gravity, and this motion would be uniform accelerated motion. Uniform acceleration. So the projectile or a body constitute two types of motion. Two types of motion is considered by projectile. First type of motion along horizontal direction with the uniform velocity, and second type of motion along vertical direction with the effect of gravity and with the uniform acceleration. And the two motions are independent to each other. These two motions are independent to each other. These two motions are independent to each other. These two motions are independent to each other, called principle of physical independence of motion. Called the principle of physical independence of motion. Physical independence of motion. So what we learned from this topic, from physical independence of motion, we learned that in the absence of air resistance, the motion of projectile is considered as two independent motion. The first type of motion in horizontal direction with uniform velocity, and second type of motion along vertical direction under the effect of gravity with uniform acceleration, and these two motions are independent of each other, called principle of physical independence of motion. For example, if a ball is thrown horizontally, or if a ball is dropped from the roof of a building, if a ball is dropped, if a ball is dropped from the roof of a building, from the roof of a building, and simultaneously if a ball is thrown, if a ball is dropped from the roof of a building and simultaneously another ball is thrown in a horizontal direction, another ball is thrown in a horizontal direction, in a horizontal direction, then both the ball comes to the ground in the same time, then both the balls comes to the ground in the same time, but at different positions, but at different positions. And these two type of motions are independent to each other. These two types of motions are not related to each other. They are independent motion. So this is the example of principle of independence. If a ball is dropped from the roof of a building and simultaneously another ball is thrown in a horizontal direction, then both the ball reaches the ground at the same time, but at different places. They comes to the ground at different places. So vertical motion is not affected by the horizontal motion. What we conclude, that vertical motion, the vertical motion is not affected. Vertical motion is not affected by the horizontal motion. The horizontal motion, and these two motions are called independent motion. Their nature is independent. So this is about principle of physical independence of motion. In a projectile motion or in the absence of air resistance. In a projectile motion, in the absence of air resistance, the motion is considered as two independent motion. First, motion along horizontal direction with uniform velocity, and the second, motion along vertical direction under the effect of gravity with uniform acceleration, and these two motions are independent to each other, and they are called, and this is called the principle of physical independence of motion. The example, if a ball is dropped from the top of a roof, from the roof of a building, and simultaneously another ball is thrown in a horizontal direction, then both the balls comes to the ground at the same time but at different positions. And what we conclude, that vertical motion is not affected by the horizontal motion. Now we discuss the assumptions made in the projectile motions. Assumptions used. Assumptions used in projectile motion. The assumptions which are used in projectile motion. So the first, there is no air resistance on the projectile. We assume that there is no air resistance. There is no air resistance on the projectile motion. First assumption made in using the projectile motion is that there is no air resistance on the projectile motion. No air resistance active. Second, the effect due to rotation of the earth. Effect due to rotation of the earth. Effect due to rotation of the earth is negligible. We assume that due to rotation of the earth, the effect on projectile motion is negligible. We know that earth is continuously revolving, and due to its rotation at different places, the value of g also gets changed. So we assume in the study of projectile motion that effect due to rotation of the earth is very negligible. And third is, for all points of trajectory, for all points of trajectory, the value of acceleration due to gravity for all points of trajectory, the value of acceleration due to gravity is constant. The value of acceleration due to gravity is constant in both magnitude and direction. In both magnitude and direction. So the third assumption is, for at all the points of trajectory, at all points of its path, the value of acceleration due to gravity is always remains constant in both respect. The magnitude of acceleration due to gravity remains constant and its direction also remains constant. So these are the three assumptions which we used in the study of projectile motion. The first assumption used is there is no air resistance acting on the projectile motion. There is no air resistance on the projectile motion. The second assumption is effect due to rotation of the earth is not taken because it is negligible. Effect due to rotation of the earth is negligible. And third, for all points of trajectory, the value of acceleration due to gravity is constant in both the respect. Constant, the value of acceleration due to gravity is constant in both the respect, means in magnitude as well as in direction. We assume that the acceleration due to gravity is constant. So in the next video we will derive the formula for projectile